Hello, my name's Jonathan, and today I'm going to be showing you how to play a game called Lief. It's a game that took me 3 years to make. It uses a chessboard, chess pieces, but with a completely different rule set.
But without further ado, I'll show you the rules. In Lief, you have a chessboard and chess pieces. If you can get a few spare other pieces, that's good, but we'll go on to that later. Pawns move the same as chess in Lief. They move one square forward, but if they have the opportunity to take, they can take diagonally, like this. So, like that. Knights also move the same. In this example, this knight can take those pawns because they are in an L shape. Move in an L. Bishops move diagonally, but they stay on one color. So in this example, the bishops can never take each other. Rooks move as before. Up and down, left and right, as many squares as they want to go. A king moves the same and is checkmated in the same way. So black to move, check, white must move, checkmate. A queen, however, does not move like she does in chess, but is instead a second king, or later on you'll realize can be replaced with one of the other pieces. So, how do you play Lief? Well, you may have noticed there's no pieces on the board. And the first thing you have to understand about Lief is that both players are given a deployment zone. That is to say, this is black's deployment zone, and this is white's deployment zone. When the game begins, the first choice is what your queen is going to be. In this example, white is going to decide that their queen will remain a queen, and effectively a second king. And black will do the same. The next choice the players have is to play in daytime mode or nighttime mode. In daytime mode, both players take it in turns to put their pieces on their deployment zones, one piece at a time, and then the game begins in itself. In nighttime mode, you get a newspaper or something and you block off each other's vision and you deploy your whole army in your deployment zone. Then, ta-da, remove the newspaper and begin the game. For my first example, I'm going to use daytime mode. So, white places first, white puts a pawn there, and then black chooses to mirror. White continues building his pawns, black continues to mirror. And this continues. This continues onward until all of the pieces are deployed on the board. So let's do that. Black has decided to stop mirroring. white to move. Now, as you can tell in this game, you may have guessed there's no double movement of pawns any longer, since they can already start so far up the board. There's also no en passant or castling, as those moves are now an impossible rule to apply, since you now choose the formation of your armies. So white would move. And then it would be black turn. And I'm not going to think deeply about these moves, I'm just going to take them. And so on and so forth until there's either a draw or a checkmate. I'm not going to play this game now since this is a tutorial. I will, however, show you some other examples of setups. But before I do that, I'm going to show you what nighttime mode looks like. Nighttime mode would be where white would, since this is a part of this game, tabletop simulator, you can make areas hidden. So it would be similar, except, you know, white would just place all of his pieces down. Like so. Setup, a generic setup that I felt like doing. And then black would remove both players when they declared they'd finished their setups would deploy. And ta-da! Game begins. So this is nighttime mode. And again, white would move first. Oh, that looks rather threatening there, so I probably do something like that. And then black would move, and probably that. So on and so forth. With this setup, at the beginning of the game you can choose to swap your queen for another piece. So in this example, black has chosen to swap their queen for, as you can see, 3 bishops. In this example, white has chosen to swap his queen for a 3rd knight, and also has quite an interesting pawn structure. As one can tell, the biggest difference in this game is the deployment phases. Either daytime or nighttime, you still get to choose to put your pieces how you want, and you also get to choose to trade the queen for something. One last rule I would thought I'd mention is what happens when you promote a piece, what happens when a pawn does finally get to the other side. It's similar, but not quite the same, to not ordinary chess. In Lief, pawns would move forward as such. This would count as a move. In this case, black then moves there. You would then be able to swap your pawn, if you want to, for any dead piece. For any dead piece. except a queen. So in this case, white chooses to swap it for a rook. But this swapping phase counts as a move. So on this turn, black then chooses to swap for a knight, let's say. That's black's move done, and then white would be able to move, and the game would continue. As a result, there are many, many permutations of possible setups. In this example, white has swapped their queen for a pawn at the beginning, and black has swapped one of their queen for one of their bishops. This makes chess, this is deeper than chess, and basically better. There's more subtlety, there's more depth, there's more skill involved. And if a grandmaster was to play a supercomputer, especially with the nighttime mode, they would have a very good chance of beating it, if they deploy correctly. This can't necessarily be said about ordinary chess anymore. This is Lief. You might be asking, does it really matter the deployment phase that much? And I'd have to say it most certainly does. If, for example, we had the black player playing a normal chess setup versus a white player able to deploy in whatever formation they want, they could end up with a situation like this. This situation is not good for black. White's first move would simply be this. Boom. Oh, that's brutal. That is not good for black. Even if I was playing, you know, Kasparov or whoever, really, this is not a good situation for black. Whatever black's choice is, I'm basically guaranteed to get this rook pretty much. Let's say, you know, black takes, you know, boom, again. What you can do, you know, maybe perhaps black moves there, rook is down. I mean, we're only what, a handful of moves into the game, and the situation is looking very bad for black. Very bad indeed. Yeah. It's awful for black. Boom. There we go. You know, I'd even let that be a queen. You know, I'd even let that be a queen, because, you know, even though I don't get a queen, I'd just be like, whatever. Boom. You know, takes, check again. I don't know. I'm desperately trying to make space to breathe. This is a really awful situation for black to be in. So this is Lief destroying chess. It does not look good for black in this situation. Yes, so but you know, when both players can choose what deployment they want, things perhaps a little bit better. I hope you get a chessboard and give it a shot. Play this video to a friend of yours, perhaps on a phone or at a computer in a cafe, and have a game of Lief. Do credit me, John Knight, the developer of this game. It took me years to make, to polish out, and iron out all the details. But I'm very proud of my work and very happy with it. Thanks again also to this video of Tabletop Simulator. It's a game you can buy on Steam, and you may even see a Lief server in multiplayer, which I'll probably be hosting.
Thank you for watching. Feel free to print off the document on the side, as long as you spread it around for free. Good luck and have fun.